Hey, who the pimp on the block? I ain't even got no dough yet. Who the pimp on the block?
My phone ring. You hear my phone ring?
Hold up.
That's my phone. That's money, nigga. I
Hold
see
up.
crack 100 man.
Man, you already know. You all know we getting it. The mic on, you understand? You already know we getting it. And when we come up, nigga, we gonna be splitting it. And if your hoe wanna touch her toes, we all gonna be hitting it. Check it. Yo, you don't want no problems with me. And you don't want no problems with the Mac or the Uzi. Look at all that blood. Ooh wee. The Don is living like a movie. Chillin' like your kings and the sluts. How many hoes we got with the big ass butts? Yo, you don't want no problem with me. And you definitely don't want no problem with the revolve. My cell phone rings. Bling bling.
Gen toujou, mbral fon ti bay tout piti la pou mwotre n sa mgen. Ce soir, ou bien, ce soir, ou bien, des chances. Podo bwezo yegele, ile bumale. La vie son boule ka poule, quitte le roulé. La vie malérée la donne, quitte le roulé. Attendez, respectez donc, respectez donc, respectez donc. C'est bon Dieu qui baille donc. Respectez donc. When
artists engage with political themes, there is an inherent risk that their work may become dated, losing the timeless quality that many strive to achieve.
The world we live in is subconsciously and collectively waiting for the moth killer to appear. And here we are with the internet saying these kind of things about moths. Contemporary interpretations. Art will always be with humans, but in what form and how much time will the people have to work on it? Technological advancements in art. Genetic modification could lead to advancements in the tools and materials used in art. For instance, new forms of biological pigments, genetically modified materials for sculpture or installation art, or even living art forms that evolve over time could emerge. 1. Conceptual shifts. The understanding and interpretation of what constitutes art could also evolve. Artists might incorporate concepts of genetic modification into their work, exploring themes like identity, nature, and the relationship between humans and technology. 2. Ethical considerations. The ethical implications of genetic modification.
Ancient use. Hematite was one of the first pigments used by humans. Evidence of its use has been found in prehistoric cave paintings dating back to 40,000 years ago in places like the Blombos Cave in South Africa. 1. Medicinal properties. Ancient Egyptians used hematite not only as a pigment but also as a medicine. They believed it had healing properties and used it in amulets and as a treatment for inflammation and wounds. Number 2. Magnetic properties. Hematite is weakly magnetic, and its magnetic properties can change when it is heated. This quality is exploited in various industrial applications. Cinnabar, bright red. Creating cinnabar pigment, also known as vermilion, involves processing the mineral cinnabar, mercury sulfide, HGS, to obtain a bright red pigment. Due to the toxicity of mercury compounds, caution is essential when handling and processing cinnabar. Here's a classic method for preparing cinnabar pigment. Cinnabar, vermilion pigment recipe materials needed. 1. Cinnabar mineral, mercury sulfide, HGS, the raw mineral source for the pigment. 2. Mortar and pestle or ball mill, for grinding the cinnabar into a fine powder. 3. Sieve, to ensure a fine and consistent powder. 4. Binder, depending on the medium, e.g. linseed oil for oil paint, gum arabic for watercolor, or acrylic medium for acrylic paint. 5. Glass slab and muller, for further grinding and mixing the pigment with the binder. Steps. 1. Obtain cinnabar mineral. Source natural cinnabar from reputable mineral suppliers. 2. Crush the cinnabar. Use a mortar and pestle or a ball mill to crush the cinnabar into smaller pieces. 3. Grind into fine powder. Continue grinding the crushed cinnabar until it becomes a very fine powder. This may require sifting the powder through a fine sieve and regrinding any larger particles. 4. Sieve the powder. Use a fine mesh sieve to ensure that the pigment is of a consistent particle size. The finer the powder, the better the quality of the pigment. 5. Mix with binder. Depending on your chosen medium,